Okay, so hello, officially, good evening, guys. My name is Solon. I am your host tonight. Especially tonight, we're going to talk about the vegan diet. I think it's an interesting topic because someone suggested on our last meeting, so I think it's going to be interesting. Before we start, a few comments, okay, about Talk and Talk. Talk and Talk is a conversation platform for beginners, intermediate, and advanced English speakers. How does it work? I bring a topic. As I told you before, we're going to talk about vegan diet. We're going to have a few questions related to this topic, and then we're going to speak up. As you know, here on Talk and Talk, our main objective is to make you practice your English in a real immersion environment. And I'm going to ask you just two things, guys. Please try to speak in English. And number two, be respectful, okay? So please give your opinion, share your point of view, try to do this in English and respect the others. What else? I'm going to remind you guys, this is not a class, okay? This is just a place where you can practice your English in a real environment. And as you can see, we are live on YouTube. And if you want to have access to more conversations like this or even classes, all you need to do is go to talkandtalk.com.br. All right, but now I think I've spoken too much. And now it's your turn. So please say your name, where are you from, and what do you think about veganism? Would you try it? You would not try it. Why? Okay. I'm going to start with you, Catherine. Go ahead, please.
Hey, hi guys. Hi, Claudio. I'm Catherine. I'm from Rio. And about the vegan diet, I think it's very good to be a vegan, but a little difficult because our society is not prepared for that. So, yeah, that's it.
That's it. Would you try it? Would you go for it?
Yeah, I tried once, not be a vegan, but be a vegetarian.
Vegetarian? Yes.
Yeah, for 2 years. So.
40 years. Nice, nice. Let's hear from you, Claudio. What about you, man? Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hello, good night. I'm Claudio, I live in São Paulo, capital, and I'm not trying to become a vegan. I think it's not possible for me because uh, my favorite food is since animals, and I think it's impossible to change my food or start a vegan or vegetarian people.
Okay, nice, nice. Now I'm going to get back to you, Catherine, because you said you tried, if I'm not wrong. Why did you try that? And is there some specific reason? I don't know, you saw something on the news and you tried, you had a group of friends that tried. How did it work for you?
Yeah, it was a mix of the all that you said, because in that time, I was in a college. I did the other course before biology, and this university is a little countryside, and everybody have to live in there. So there is a lot of course about animals protection, like vet or zootechnia too. So I had contact with people that defend this idea. And the place that I live there, there was like two girls that was a vegan too. So I just, accept that and tried.
For how long did you try?
But just 2 years.
Two years is a lot of time. Come on.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. And what about you, Claudio? Imagine this. You said your favorite food is like barbecue and etc. Would you try it just for just 1 month? Like, I'm going to try to be vegan for 1 month. Would you try to do that?
I think no, I think it's impossible because the Brazilian food, when you go to a restaurant or something, the main options is uh, I don't remember.
It's meat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's meat or chicken or fish or something. I think to try uh, something you need to cook in your house every day, make something to live to your job is is a is a good challenge. But I think for me, Uh, I like so much Japanese food too, and barbecue. It's difficult to to change this and eat everyday uh, vegetables or fruit is hard for me.
Okay, nice, nice. No, it's interesting you mentioned that because at least in my family or people that I live with, every time we have a celebration, we are going to celebrate with a barbecue or something like that, you know. I don't know if I went vegan, I think that I don't know, maybe I would be excluded, or if I'm not excluded, I would need to bring my own food all the time, you know, like I need to take these guys, do this and do that. So it would be like it would change the way I interact with other people because at least here in Brazil, we tend to interact and celebrate with a lot of food. And it most of the time it involves like something with meat, something with chicken. So it's interesting to see that. And I'm going to get back to you, Catherine. So tell me, you tried this for 2 years. Why did you come back? What were the main difficult points that made you come back to eat meat and chicken?
Yeah, I said that I was in other university in that time, and this university we had the restaurant university, I think,
Yeah?
and we had a separate menu for vegan people, so it was very good, the menu. And I gave up to the course that I did and to enter in other university. And in this new university, we had the menu for vegan people too, but it's almost the same all days, you know? It's like
Oh, like every day.
soja every day, every
Soybeans every day,
week.
every
Yeah,
day.
every week, every month. So I try to keep in this for some, I don't know, 6 months, but I gave up. Yeah.
No, interesting. I'm going to go back to you, Claudio. I don't know. It seems to me that, I don't know, 7, 10 years ago, it was really hard to become vegan, you know, because you needed to go after the things you need to buy. But nowadays, at least the places that I've been, we always have vegan options, you know. So do you think that nowadays it's more popular, or I don't know, it's just é uma moda, it's going to go away. What do you think? Does this tendency comes to stay? What's your opinion about that?
Yeah, I think is a moda. Uh, I think now the people need to show uh, in the internet and digital or something is the reason to show this. But I think it is the moda the principal reason. But uh, how can I say? The word fitness today is common, and the people, how can I say, legal. When you eat meat or something, you get more fat. But I think the two reasons is the moda and the word fitness. Uh, is more easy when you vegetarian to have a healthy life because you eat only vegetables, rice or fruits, and it's more easy to weight loss, more healthier life. But I think this.
Okay, nice. Let's get back to you, Catherine. I'm going to ask you one thing. You've been a vegan for 2 years.
I want to answer the
No, I'm
question.
going. I'm going to ask you this. And
Because I disagree, but okay, go on.
no, I'm going to ask you exactly this. So, like, you've been a vegan for 2 years, but then you came back to like eating meat. So tell
Mhm.
me, was it just a wave for you? It was just something in that moment, or do you think that this tendency is going to come back? It staying? Tell me.
Okay, I gave up because I can't take it anymore, you know, eating the same
Yes.
food for all days. So yeah, it was very difficult because the only
Option.
options, the only option that they give it to me is like egg. So or soja or egg, you know? So So it's very, very difficult, and I really try to keep, but I have to give up. And about the question before, I disagree. I think it's not a trend. I think it is like a new model that our society is dealing with animals, because nowadays we have pets like kids, you know. So we have a lot of people that don't eat meat because of that, because you know, there is a animal cake. Oh my goodness, animal problem in eating meat, and the environmental too is another question. Yeah, that's it. I think it's not a trend, you know, and yeah.
Okay, nice. Thanks so much for bringing this word because I had totally forgotten about it. Trend, you know. I was thinking, oh, there's a word for this kind of behavior. It's a trend. Thank you so much for that. And I don't know, Claudio mentioned that the influencers, the fitness. At least sometimes I see some posts or something on YouTube about that, and they eat a lot of protein. You know, like it's not. I don't think it's very common to have like someone who's fit and doesn't eat like meat. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the tendency of the videos that I see. You know, maybe some biased. But I don't know. I think, in my opinion, I think it's going to grow more in the future, you know, because as you said, Claudio, a lot of things have been influenced by influencers, but also I think that just like Catherine said, people are starting to realize more about the animal feelings, you know, and not just feelings, but also the cruelty of the system that breed an animal just to make meat, you know. So it's like a factory, just like that, just to be food. And I don't know. I think people are becoming more aware of that, but and I don't think it's a trend either. But it's interesting. Let's go to the next one, and I'm going to continue with you, Catherine, because you mentioned that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, are you putting the questions on the chat?
I didn't send them.
Ah,
Oh, I
okay,
didn't send
okay.
them. Don't worry. But you said that a lot of people think about the environment, and that's the reason they don't eat meat. So tell me, how could not eating meat have a positive effect on the environment?
I don't have vocabulary to answer this question.
Go ahead, just try it.
Um, okay. We need a huge area um to plant plants to
Yes.
eating the animals, you know, that we will eating. So you have a big area to plant soja, for example, and the cow will eating the soja. So yeah, if you just eating plants and vegetables and beans, the area that you need to produce is smaller. So yeah, is a point. Okay.
Okay, that's a point. What about you, Claudio? Do you think that eating less meat is going to have a positive effect on the environment?
I think no, because uh, I think is the life cycle when to uh, you kill something to eat, say, or animal. I think is the is the life
Oh,
cycle.
this is too heavy, you know, when you say you kill something to eat, I don't know.
Oh
It
no, so
gives a
no,
bad vibe, you know.
if I don't eat buzz, the buzz control the world. I need to kill him. But uh, I remember a famous words that influencers say that similar. If you have one vegetarian, I eat uh, for me and for him. And then,
Come on. Come on,
uh,
man.
uh, I think the Brazilian people, I think, is a little difficult to change the food because in Brazil it's normal to the Brazilian food eat. I don't know how can I say this in English, but até a barriga ficar cheia. When you're vegetarian, it's difficult to get this. And I think in Europe, Asia, and some another countries is more common this. But in Brazil, I think it's difficult that not affects the environment or the work.
Okay. Okay, nice. Catherine, would you like to comment on something? No? Okay, nice. I'm going to save the questions here, guys, because I was doing it freestyle, you know. We are on question number 5 right now. I'm going to start with you, Catherine. So in your opinion, like we are having all the time. You are a biologist. You are going to know this much more than me. So we have like human evolution and species evolution. But do you think that eating or not eating meat is natural for human, or we are born to eat meat and that's it, or we are not born to eat meat and we are just doing it because we did this in the past and we continue? What's your opinion about that?
You don't have enough vocabulary either.
Oh, come on, just try it.
Yeah, yeah, it's natural for us because our oh my goodness, sistema digestório.
Digestive system.
Yeah, thank you. It's beautiful that you have some enzymes that was just for you know for
Just
the
to
meat.
break the protein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
break the animal protein. So it's normal. But the big problem to me is because nowadays we eat a lot of meat, you know. And I like to go to the barbecue, for example, but I don't like to go to the barbecue to eating until, you know, minha barriga explodir, like Claudia said. I think it's a problem because people don't have enough time to cooking, so they just buy a beef and they do the beef and with rice and that's it, you know, don't eat vegetables and greens, so it's a big problem. The major problem for the health, I think, is not be a vegan or not, is just because you don't eating the vegetables and greens in enough amount. So
Okay, nice, nice. I liked your answer. Let's see. I don't know, Claudio, would you like to answer this one?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. So do you think it's natural or unnatural for humans to eat meat?
I think it's natural. I I think I think it's natural because in the past, the natural, the sequel in the natural is the animals eat animals and that's it. I think it's natural, but I think nowadays is a problem to create buzz to making meat to everyone. I think in some years is a problem, but I think it's normal. But uh, anyone have
Your
your
opinion.
yeah.
Yes, I know what you mean. So I'm going to change a little bit, okay? I'm going to ask you, how many times a week do you think you eat meat or chicken? And how many times a week do you think you eat some kind of vegetable? For you,
every
Claudio, yes.
every day.
Every day, both?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Come
uh,
on.
yeah, every day meeting more than chicken, but vegetables I eat every day too.
Okay. Nice. I gotta admit, guys, some days I do not eat vegetable, but every single day I eat meat or chicken, you know. I'm sorry to say that, but yeah, that's the truth. I think it's just like Catherine said, you know, sometimes it's very easy to, I don't know, cook some rice and fry some beef, and that's it, you know, you eat and you're happy, and that's life. Let's go with you, Catherine. Or I don't know.
okay.
Go
Um,
ahead.
what is the number? Oh, sorry.
Oh, I just asked you how many times a week do you eat like vegetables and meat? Yeah,
Yeah, like Claudia every day.
every day both. Okay, that's
Mm.
not so bad. Come on. It's because we are in Brazil, you know. Brazil, we have so many diversity of foods that every single day we can eat a lot of things. In other countries, I don't know, I think they eat like potatoes and and some junk food, and that's it. So it's interesting to see that. Okay, so let's go to the next questions. Question number 6. I'm going to start with you again, Claudia. So tell me, what kinds of health challenges do you think that vegetarians have that meat eaters do not have? We saw a few them on the video, but if you would like to comment, please go ahead.
Repeat, please. I not understand completely.
Okay, it's question number 6. What kinds of health problems or challenges do you think that vegetarians have that people that eat meat do not have? Number
Is
6,
number
good.
5? Number
6.
6?
Number 6, yes.
I don't know because I think I don't know if the energy is the same when you eat meat or chicken. I think I don't know, sensation of hungry is more normal. Every time I need to eat something, uh, and the pressure to eat meat when you stay with your family and have a barbecue and stay strong. So, oh no, give me this chicken or this beef. And I think the hungry every time because I don't know, you don't have barriga cheia, and the hungry is normal, and the pressure when you go near that a place that have meat or chicken or barbecue or something with animal meat.
Okay. I don't know about the hunger, but I'm definitely agree with you with the pressure, because every time there's a vegan, a lot of people around this vegan are going to say, "Oh, come on, you should eat meat. Why don't you eat meat?" and things like that. So I agree with you, it's some kind of pressure. Catherine, go ahead, please.
Yeah, about the question number 6,
Number
I
6.
disagree again about feel angry because yeah, I didn't feel angry. Sorry, angry no, hungry. Sorry. I eat a lot of different foods, so yeah, I didn't feel hungry. And about the challenges, I think the main challenge that at least myself, I faced it was cooking, because
Cooking.
yeah, nowadays we have some brands that are bringing some products for vegan people. So you can find some products in the supermarket. But in that time, I remember I find just one brand and the thing is very, very, very expensive. Like I remember one time that I had to do trabalho de campo, and I have to to buy some food to take with me. And I have to bought this brand, and I bought like a salsicha, and the salsicha was like I don't know, R$ 5, a normal salsicha with meat, and the vegan salsicha was like I don't know, R$ 30, 30 reais.
Whoa,
Yeah,
really expensive.
yeah, it was very expensive, like very, very expensive. And you don't have like a practical cooking, like bought a beef and cooking this beef. You have to really cook it, So I remember that I have to put the beans with water 1 day before the cooking because
Okay,
the
yeah.
beans release a gas, so I have to put all the beans in the water and then cooking another day, and the next day I have to do the same, so it was very difficult. I don't have time to do that, so yeah.
Okay, nice. And Claudio mentioned that, but I'd like to confirm with you. Did you think there was some pressure of other people around you about eating meat or not eating meat, actually?
Depends on. In my family, my mother did that a lot. But yeah, in the general, people respect me. And like I said, I course biology. So in biology, we have a lot of people that are vegan. So it's a normal thing. And the people usually to respect. So I don't feel so much pressure, you know. Yeah.
Okay, nice, nice. I'm going to get back to you, Claudio, but I'm going to get back question number three because I think I've skipped it. Why do you think people become vegan? You know, like why does that happen?
I think when the people see how to kill the animals and the impact affect your perspective or something, that we start to try um, becoming a vegan people. I see some videos that they kill something. It's not beautiful, but I think it's the process. But I think the reason that I I I I guess I talk with something that the reason for this. See, watching in the real situation, what the how to kill the animal, and after this he started to a vegetarian people.
That's interesting. Yeah, I know what you mean because we have slaughterhouses, you know. These are the places where they kill the animals to make some meat. And I saw some videos too. It's very, I don't know, you need to be strong to do that, you know, because you're going to see a cow and then you're going to see the beef. And the process between these is really, really hard.
Yeah,
And yeah, I already asked this one for you, Catherine. You told a little bit it was not the pressure, but like you had the environment around you in that other college. So I'm going to skip that. Okay, nice. So let's go to number eight. I'm going to go with you, Catherine. You stayed a vegan for 2 years. So tell me, did you had any food like that you missed by not eating meat?
Oh yeah, I really like to eat fish, you know.
Some
Like
fish. Nice.
yeah, like Claudia, I really like Japanese food, so yeah, yeah, I miss that.
Just eat. Okay. No, that's nice. That's nice. I don't know. I
but
think that.
one question: fish is
Go ahead.
not
Go ahead.
animal.
Yeah, it's an animal.
Okay,
She just missed it.
yeah.
I don't know. I think that I could go vegan, but every time I smell it, the smell of good beef being fried, I think I would say, "Oh, come on, this is so hard," you know, because we have like the sensation right there. So I don't know. I think I would get some tendency to get back
Yeah, I have this on stage with meat, you know.
with meat. Yeah,
Next to my house, I have a peixaria. So even with oh my goodness, with fish that it was not fried, you know, I
yeah,
pass by and
a
so
good
so good.
smell.
Yeah, yeah, it's very difficult.
Okay, nice. And okay, nice. And tell me, Claudio, you said you really like it barbecue, but if you went vegan, we have other options. You would not trade these options for the meat either. Like we have some, for example, we have a hamburger made of meat, but we also have the same made of soybeans, you know, grãos de soja, things like that. Would you not try to eat these in favor of the meat?
I think I proved uh, a few years ago the vegetarian food is not bad. I I eat, I remember feijoada vegetarian, and the flavor is good. And I think it proved one time or two. I think I proved, but uh, to make this in the weekend with my family, I think it's hard to make this. But I think have options with flavor okay in the vegetable food, but here in São Paulo is normal. it's easy to find the restaurants that have the menu vegetarian, but I think you need to cooking or go to a restaurant every day is more expensive. But uh, that's it. I think I can try, but
You will not change.
not change. Only don't more existing bowls or meeting and not having option.
Okay, interesting. Let's go with you, Catherine. Nowadays, I think you are not a vegan anymore, but do you try to eat this kind of food? For example, Claudio talked about feijoada, you know. I've never tried, but I don't know. It must be nice.
Yes, very nice. In my in my course, I said that people, there is a lot of people that are vegan too. So every time that I have the event in biology, we did with a vegan menu. So I already tried some different plates, like feijoada vegetariana, and it was very, very good. Another place that I really like is, oh, I forgot the name. It's with fish, but in the vegan version they do with banana. I don't know the name. Oh, but it's very good. It's better than the normal version, For me,
Yeah.
is very, very good. So yeah.
Nice. So let's go to question number 9. Vegans, they are people that they avoid eating meat, but also they avoid using animal products. So
Oh.
what do you think of this behavior? Because nowadays a lot of things like comes from animals somehow, you know. So let's go with you, Catherine. Why do you think that people do this, and how hard do you think it is?
Nowadays, not so hard because we have a lot of products that have, a symbol like this product is not taste with animals. Maybe some years ago, it was a little more difficult. You try to live in a world that it was not adapted for your style of life, But nowadays, not so difficult. I think
It's
so.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And you, Claudio, what do you think?
I think I don't know if I think it is a little hard because I don't know 100% the things that I buy if you have something since animal or not. Example, my shoes or my or whatever. And, but I think it's difficult because I don't know if the vegans eat egg and the egg was born in the chicken, see if it's a problem or not. But I think I don't know if it is a easy way to live in nowadays.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I agree with Catherine. Maybe nowadays it's a little bit easier, you know, but a few years back it would be much harder because we didn't have so many options, you know. For example, nowadays if you go to the supermarket, just like Catherine said, if you look at, I don't know, a shampoo bottle, it's going to say that it's not tested
Yeah.
on animals or things like that. And many beauty products are like this too, and many other products too are like this. So I think that nowadays is much, much more common to have this thing. And okay, we already tried question number 10 about the number of vegetarians growing. So I'm going to ask you one thing that I saw on the video. I'm going to go with you, Catherine. Just because I went vegan, do you think I'm healthier than meat eaters, or it's not necessarily something true?
I think it's not necessary, but helps a lot because because when I was a vegan, I don't have the option to eat meat, so I have to replace with other things, and I have to pay attention that the replace was have a high level of nutrition, no? So I tried different recipes So I cook a lot in that time, and I did yeah, and I did different foods. So I did foods with fungo, for example, that I didn't eat in before, and with some greens too, like peixinho da horta and other yeah, other kind of things that I didn't heard before. So this experience help me to know this different kind of food, you know? So yeah.
Okay, no, that's really nice to hear. Because sometimes we get so much so dependent of of meat and fish. It's like it's so easy, you know. All you need to do is buy and fry or buy and cook somehow. And when we don't see these things, we need to like, oh, I need to research about this. I need to look for options. So it's interesting. It's interesting. Let's go with you, Claudio. What about you? What do you think? Like, just because I'm vegetarian, am I necessarily more healthier than meat eaters, or is not like that?
I think yes, I think he's more healthy because you don't eat, okay, I don't know, say gordura or,
Yes,
or
some
bad
fat,
things.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's more healthy. He's absolutely, but uh, I uh, but I think he is more common. It's more easy to eat meat or go to the
Yes, for
restaurant
sure.
is and but uh, I don't know if eating meat is a big problem for health or something. I don't know if you have people that die because eating many meat. I think it's not a problem, but it's another mode to to
No, okay. I think it is a problem if you eat too much meat, you know, mainly for your heart or something like that. But I'd like to ask you after this conversation, we had some funny moments, but I'd like to ask you, would you consider eating less meat, not become vegetarian or vegan, but would you consider eating less meat after this conversation? Or no, it's just the same for you.
for me,
Yes, for you.
no, the same.
The same. Okay, that's nice. I love it. Let's go with you, Catherine. After this conversation, would you consider eating less meat or just going back to vegan?
No, I'm okay now. I'm okay because I have a very busy life, so it's difficult to try to come back to a vegan, you know. But I remember the name of the plate is muqueca.
Muqueca, come on.
Muqueca. The vegan version is better than the normal version. Very, very good, muqueca. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Well, I don't know. Before coming to this immersion, I was watching before making this topic, I was watching some videos, you know, and after seeing the videos, I said, maybe I could eat less meat, you know, because I eat every single day. So it's like, I don't know, maybe if I reduce, it's going to be better. Go ahead, Catherine.
Yeah, there is a famous movement called Monday Without Meat, I think.
Oh,
So
I heard about it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So in some schools, they prepare the food without meat in the Monday. Just people try, different things too. And yeah, so you can do that if you want. I think it's a good start. So
Nice, nice. And it's interesting too because we see this movement growing. I was researching some street runs the other day, you know, like you run in the street. And there is one very famous here in São Paulo. It's called Vegan Run, you know. A lot of vegans they go and run together. I think it's very nice. I thought it was very interesting and I just Googled it. Guys, we got to the end of this meeting, but before we go, I'd like to ask you a few things, you know. The first one is I'm going to start with you, Claudio. How was the conversation today? How was the topic? Because it was a suggestion, I didn't know too much about the topic, so I had to research. So what do you think about the question, the topic, and etc.?
No, I like so much. I think with Catherine that living this life for 2 years, uh, improve this conversation, explain your points. I think it's a good topic.
Okay, nice. Let's go with you, Catherine. What did you think about the topic? You watched a little bit of the video. How was it for you? The question, etc.
Yeah, very interesting. I was just wonder why you bring that, like Solon don't have it. You can sing like be a vegan person, but you make sense as a suggestion.
Yes, for
Uh,
sure.
yeah, and the question was very good. So yeah, it was good to talk about that.
Okay, very nice. So, guys, as I told you, we are getting to the end, but please, if you have ideas for new meetings, I always try to read the comments and bring the topic here, So please, if you have ideas for new meetings, new topics that you would like to talk about, just click on the link and share it because I'm getting out of ideas. So it would help a lot. And well, I think that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for participating. Invite your friends, share with your parents, and I hope to see you all in other immersions. All right. Thanks so much for tonight, guys. See you. Bye bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Good